2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ciao, come stai? Tutto bene? Sono Will, and that is all the Italian that I speak. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you all for taking the time to be here today. My name is Will Buxton, and I know a lot of you have traveled from far and wide to be here today. We hope your travel hasn't been too disrupted in terms of getting home. All of our flights have been cancelled tonight, so we're here for the long run. But we truly thank you for your time, and of course, we welcome everybody around the world watching the feed live on Prema Racing's YouTube channel. You are all, wherever you are, very welcome here today. And this is a momentous day for both the NTT INDYCAR Series and for Prema racing. There are not many teams that I can think of in the world that have the pedigree of Prema. For 40 years, they have been the epitome of racing excellence in everything that they have contested. They have amassed over 40 drivers' titles and 40 team titles over those 4 decades. That's more than one driver and team title every single year of their existence. Absolutely exceptional. Prema, and it is Prema, not Prema or Prima. Prema was originally 2 words. There was a dot in between the pre and the ma. It stands in Italian for preparazione macchina. Literally, the job of this team, its entire reason for being, was to prepare racing cars. Although today we might also recognize it as preparazione piloti, because they have prepared some of the greatest drivers that this world has ever known and ever seen. One of whom is standing here today, Ryan Briscoe. At the back here, you'll recognize his name, of course, and so many others. Jacques Villeneuve, of course, a Champ Car champion, an Indy 500 champion, a Formula One world champion. Many of INDYCAR's current drivers have come through the Prema Racing School. Over half of the Formula One grid in 2025 have raced cars prepared by Prema, including 4-time world champion Max Verstappen, who made his very first open-wheel races in cars prepared by Prema. And this guy as well made my racing debut for Prema. I can't say race. I didn't race. I drove. But if they could make me look anywhere near competent, imagine what they can do for drivers with actual talent. This is really a momentous day, an incredible team. Let's take a little look back over the 40 years of history of Prema.
What's the meaning of heritage, really? Is it a journey through time that reminds us of the sacrifices we've made? Triumphs going beyond limits and numbers.
Passerà la storia di questo autore.
Images that make moments last forever. A feeling that keeps us close. Or legacy passed down through generations of pride. A foundation for our future.
Con questo spettacolare contatto, battaglia per il comando nelle prime posizioni.
Voices echoing the stories of passion and victory.
And there's nothing between them.
40 years which bring us together in the pursuit of greatness.
But which way are they going to finish? It's a 1-2 from Prema.
Bravo. Ragazzi, well done.
He's a winner. Veramente da brivido.
This is our heritage that lives and breathes. United.
An amazing history of the Prema team. Today you will hear from the people behind the scenes at the team, from our stakeholders and partners, and of course from the drivers who will be contesting the 2025 NTT INDYCAR Series. First, I would like to welcome to the stage team owner René Rosine. Hello, my friend.
Hi, Will.
How are you?
Very well.
Great to see you. Prema has such a long history in motorsport, but for folks who are new to the Prema story, what is this team all about?
It's about passion, it's about family. The team started again in '83 with 3-4 people. Now we are in operation of more than 150 people around Europe, and then these 50 people down here in Fisher, Indianapolis, where we started this new adventure. And it's based on performance on one hand, but on the other hand also passion. So that's all about.
INDYCAR, why now? Why 2025? And why INDYCAR?
We were looking always on new challenge. We were always looking on new adventure for our group. And on the other hand, we arrived to cover everything in single-seater in Europe, from karting till the Douro Formula One. And then the next step was quite natural, to be in one of the most competitive and important championships worldwide, the only championship that you can race in the same time in oval, street course, and road course, and a challenge that will bring us to another level, to a global level, to cross the ocean, and here we are.
As you say, you've been competing, as you do every season, from karting all the way up to Formula 2, and yet you have been establishing a new team out here in America. What has been the biggest challenge for you over the past 12 months?
The biggest challenge, apart all the traveling over the ocean again, has been starting from zero. We start actually a bit less than a year ago with the selection of the factory base, and from there on, the movement into this new organization that we wanted to be the right environment and the right blend between European and American mentality, and always focusing on performance, always focus as well on the result, but keeping always a familiar environment and also a passion environment that for us is very important.
It's more than a team, it's a family, and that family runs to the very heart of everything. Your father is here today. We saw him in the video earlier. What did he think when you said, Dad, we're going to go to INDYCAR?
The first stuff he say, of course, are you crazy? But apart the jokes, of course, we are really looking forward to this, as a family, to this new adventure. And we are really looking forward to bring something new also to INDYCAR. And I think we can give our input over there, and we are looking forward really to have, again, another good result of Prema all over the world.
René, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
René Racine. Now, René is joined in team ownership by Deborah Meyer, who really wanted to be here today. Unfortunately, she's come down with a bit of an illness, but she did send us a message.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to address you today, even though I couldn't be in person with you for this very special occasion. Prema Racing, through its 40 years of history, has shown a beautiful heritage of dedication, passion for racing, and family spirit. It fills me with pride to see how Prema Racing, under Angelo and René Rosine's leadership, has grown into a global single-seater powerhouse, yet continues to embody the same values that first made it great. Prema Racing has established itself as a true leader, setting the standards for excellence in motorsport and setting up a ladder for talented young drivers growing up through its ranks from karting to Formula 2 and from this year onward, INDYCAR. The INDYCAR series is the next chapter in our history, and it's an exciting new challenge that will only add to the incredible legacy that we have built. But more than that, this chapter is looking to the future, which Prema Racing is ready to leave its mark on in its own unique way. Callum and Robert, our first two drivers in INDYCAR this season, are a testimonial of this special Prema spirit, and I wish them all the best in their new endeavor. I would like to thank Angelo, René, Grazia, Angelina, and all our partners and sponsors, and wish the entire Prema Racing team every success and good luck. See you all soon.
Our thanks to Deborah for that. Bit of a flu bug going around Europe at the moment, as I'm sure you could hear. Now, I would like to welcome from the stage someone who is my honor to introduce to you. Many of you will know him already. President and CEO of Penske Entertainment, Mark Miles.
Hey, hi, Will.
How are you?
Great.
Great to see you. Great to see you. Mark, what a day for the NTT IndyCar Series and for Prema, of course. How important is a day like this for IndyCar, seeing a new team join its ranks?
It's huge. It's worth everybody fighting the weather in Indy and here in North Carolina and having made this trip. We are so thrilled to be here today. You know, when I think about Deborah's message, I think about Renee and Angelina and the family and Piers and the whole organization. It's world-class racing, passionate. We're so happy to have them in IndyCar. And I think they'll continue to raise the bar in so many ways. McLaren's been doing that. There's more investment, higher expectations for the performance on the track, off the track, and we're just delighted to have them.
IndyCar has global ambitions, obviously. How important is it to have an international team like Prema joining the championship?
Yeah, well, we have a few international drivers, like about half. And I mentioned McLaren already. I think it's really important that not just an international team, but a quality, high quality, world-class team joins the series from Italy in this case. You know, in so many ways, in television in Europe, television in Italy will be impacted, the pipeline of additional international drivers and someday additional teams. So it matters a lot, and we're just so glad to have them.
We know that INDYCAR is an unbelievably exciting championship and stands at the gates of a really unique period in its history, but it is by no means an easy task. René's already mentioned road courses, street courses, oval tracks, and a massive level of competition between teams who have been there for so many years. Could you give the team any tips, any insight?
Yeah,
How difficult is it going to be?
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows anything about racing, anything about IndyCar knows that it's the most competitive racing on the track anywhere. And then you have as you said, the various genres. I saw Robert a minute ago and said, you know, call me when you first get on the oval. You know, there's a challenge. There's just so much that has to be done, but they've been maniacal in their pursuit of being ready, and we have no doubt that they'll be very competitive from the very beginning.
Mark, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate your time.
Good to see
Thank you. Mark Miles, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, as René alluded to a little bit earlier, this whole operation has come together in a little under 12 months, which is an astonishingly small amount of time. Let's take a little look behind the scenes on how Prema's journey to INDYCAR has been going.
As soon as I saw the building in Fisher in 96 Straits, I saw, first of all, a new building that could fit our needs, our way of designing inside the offices, the car bay, and of course it was open to an increase in a growing of our project in America, and then of course something that made me understanding that this was the ideal place to stay.
So the building that we've chosen is 100,000 square feet, so it's a very big building, but it gives us the opportunity to expand should we ever need to in the future. We started down the design process round about January of 2024. Myself, my operations manager, and obviously the architectural team. The plans were finalised around May time, if I remember correctly, and the build-out itself actually started the 1st of August, so it's been a huge effort by everybody. But I have to say that the design, the flow, the feeling of the building as well as its presence is exceptional and gives us a home that I think we can be really successful from as we set off on this journey. One of the main things of the design of the shop was to make sure that it was in theme of Prema's facility here in Italy, which I think we've done. It's Prema's little piece of Italy based in Fishers.
The first big statement thing for me was to see the shop. It was incredible in terms of the size and what was going to be put there. And I think that was kind of the first step as to how big and how much effort is going to go into this.
The selection of people started, I would say, since day one. Since the moment we decided to enter into INDYCAR, we already started thinking how we want the team to be created, how we want the team to be operated into the 2025 season. We want to blend the European mentality with the American mentality. We want to be a European team in America, having also American knowledge, American experience, which is fundamental in a championship like INDYCAR. So that's how the criteria, how we started building up the team. These are the criteria where we starting how to select people, and now having a team that is fully formed is something that we are really happy and that we are really looking forward to with the track.
The fact that there is different people from different countries with different experience is definitely a good thing, in my opinion, because in racing and motorsport, there is not like just one good path of knowledge and that's it. It's very important not to close your mind on something and be open-minded about everything. Like this, you can learn very quickly and you can adapt things in a proper manner. That's what I believe. So I think it's definitely should be a positive thing.
Great to hear from the drivers, from René, and of course, a few words there from Prema Racing IndyCar Team CEO Piers Phillips, who we welcome to the stage now.
Hi, Will.
Hello. Good to see you, my man. I'm great. We've just seen the factory up there, the shop. How was that? Just going about it and getting everything established?
Yeah, well, it was a huge challenge, as you could imagine. We've put this all together within the space of the last 12 months. So the logistics side of that was huge in terms of identifying the right location for the team, the right building, etc. And then, you know, myself and the rest of the team starting to put together the bits, literally the bits and pieces that make a race organization work. So cars and equipment and benches and pretty much everything. So.
It's a phenomenal facility, but obviously a home needs a family. You have been on a big hiring spree. How important was it for you to cast the net wide?
Well, I think first of all, it's important to say that Prema are a very human-facing team. You know, with the success that they've had, the history that they've had, the expertise in Europe, it was always the challenge to blend the best of that with some experience and the best of what we have here. I think we've gone on a very sort of diverse hiring spree with people from all sorts of disciplines, whether it be Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, INDYCAR, sports cars, everything. And I think what that gives us is a vision and an energy to try and do things in a more consistently competitive manner and achieve success in that purpose.
You have two phenomenal racing drivers at the wheel of your cars, but there's two other racing drivers, equally phenomenal, who are down there today, who are joining the team in different roles. Ryan Briscoe, who we've mentioned, and you may have seen, folks. Romain Grosjean is here in a Prema shirt.
Absolutely. Well, for Ryan, it's full circle. He started his single-seater career with Prema, and now he's back with us. So Ryan's joined us in a sporting advisor role, and we're very, very fortunate to have him. Ryan's going to help myself, help René, help the drivers, be that face, that word of wisdom, and also work with the engineering team to make sure that, you know, we achieve everything we can with, you know, in the shortest possible time. And then obviously having Romain, can't see him with the lights, so apologies, but Romain is our reserve driver. We're obviously incredibly privileged to have him in the team as well, and really looking forward to some successful times ahead.
Absolutely. How important have your stakeholders, your partners, been in the creation of this team?
Well, obviously they're critical. The two main ones, obviously, INDYCAR and Chevrolet. INDYCAR helping the new personnel and putting this team together and making sure that we get everything right, ready for the start of the season. Mark Miles, Jay Fry, who's here, they've been absolutely phenomenal with their team. And then the reason we're in this wonderful facility, Chevrolet, you know, we're incredibly privileged and proud to be aligned with Eric and his guys and girls here as well. So, you know, that relationship's already started. You know, engineers have been working, you know, together. We've got people up in Indianapolis, sorry. We've been here on the simulator. We've got a whole lot of programs running already, and we're really, really looking forward to exercising that relationship moving forward.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And with that in mind, I think you can do a swap over now for Eric Warren, who will come to the stage, Executive Director of GM Motorsports.
Hey, Will.
Hello.
Great to see you.
First of all, thank you so much for hosting us today in your incredible facility. When did this journey with Prema begin for you guys, and how excited are you to embark on this new beginnings with Prema?
Well, we couldn't be more excited for everyone to be here at our Charlotte Technical Center. And it was about a year ago, Renee, Giacomo, Pierce, we met here in the room and started talking about their aspirations for INDYCAR. And what really came across was the passion, as has been discussed, and the long history and the engineering approach. And as we expand our global footprint in motorsports, it couldn't be a more perfect opportunity for us. So couldn't be more excited for the announcement, and we've been working for a while on it, and we'll continue to work to get it going here early in the season.
It's quite unique to be able to join up with a team right from the get-go, a completely blank sheet of paper. How different was that for you, for GM, for everybody here, to be able to work with the team and almost sort of help build it right from the foundations?
You know, a lot of support that what we do with our Chevrolet teams is really provide engineering tools, whether it's databases or simulation or aerodynamic processes. And, you know, a new team that starts from scratch it's easier to implement these tools. We can help get great relationships and feedback to advance the tools and hopefully have another high-performing team on the track to get more data to help the whole Chevrolet group as a whole.
What's your hope for this team, the long-term ambitions between Chevrolet and Prema?
you know, obviously bringing in a new team, we want them to be successful. We want them to, you know, advance the Chevrolet brand and bring, again, great drivers into the sport. One of the great strengths is the long history of developing drivers that gives us also added resources. But certainly as Prema is successful, obviously Chevrolet is successful, and the more we can do that quickly, it shows the strength of Chevrolet and our engineering and all the people involved with GM Motorsports. And so, you know, our goal is to make them as successful as possible and support them in what they need.
Eric, thank you so much for
No,
being
you're
here.
welcome.
Thank you for
You
hosting
too.
us today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Eric Warren. Okay, time now to hear from the two drivers tasked with launching Prema into the NTT INDYCAR series, Callum Ilott, Robert Schwartzman, and a small video.
The choice of drivers has been quite an important step for us, but as well it become quite natural. Our idea was to mix a bit of experience with a bit of rookie spirit. Callum Ilott and Robert Schwartzman are the right mix. We have two drivers representing Prema DNA, two drivers that has been challenging and fighting for the top of the motorsport ladder in Europe, and two drivers that they know each other, they know what does it mean working with Prema, and it's the perfect duo for us making our debut in INDYCAR.
Callum and Robert, yeah, both out of the Prema family, both well known, both hugely accomplished, respected, and both have one thing that makes them incredibly important, which is speed. It'll be interesting to see Robert's adaptation to the series, and obviously Callum will help him with that. But I think we've got probably the best charging lineup in INDYCAR at the moment, not just in terms of speed, but also guys that can really help galvanize and lead this team forward over the coming years.
I think I choose INDYCAR for mainly two reasons. One is a team that I have won with, and I know them, and you know, I trust them and I have belief in. Second thing is the series where is the best, let's say, racing, in my opinion, at this stage. At the moment, I still believe that I have the fire to bring in and to have some more fun.
Naturally, with Prema entering INDYCAR, being a new team, building something from the ground up, me being young and still in touch with Prema, it made sense to reconnect and start something new and exciting. And I think, again, there's a lot of things from what Prema does so well with a race team that I think would translate so well into the US and in INDYCAR, and there's still a lot I have to offer and want to show in the US, so it was kind of a natural fit.
Please welcome to the stage Robert Schwartzman and Callum Ilott. Hello, guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. A question for both of you. You've been with the Prema family before in your careers. What is it about this team that is so different, so special?
It's just such an amazing family environment. Renee, Angelina, we've had dinners, lunches at their house, even when we weren't driving for them. It's such a special team to be a part of, and yeah, they welcomed us back with open arms, and now we're here, starting a new adventure. So I think that part, being family orientated, just brings so many people into the team together, and such a nice thing.
Yeah, I mean, the key word here is family. That's the main part. I think in my past, I've never witnessed a racing team caring so much for their drivers and, you know, teaching them. I've learned so much, not just, you know, racing there, achieving results, but just generally how it works, you know, from A to B, the whole path. And yeah, I mean, I had so many good moments with them in these past 4 years when I raced with them in the junior categories in F3 and F2. And I'm really happy to be back here. And, you know, it's a new challenge. I've never thought, actually, I'll be racing in INDYCAR. And, you know, then they said, we're going to INDYCAR. I was like, well, if you're going, I'm going as well. So I was like, I'll jump in. And, yeah, we had a chat, and I'm really happy to be here with them and with you all guys. And hopefully the season is going to be very interesting and nice.
And for you, a massive step out of your comfort zone, tracks you've never raced on, certain types of track in ovals that you've never raced on before. How excited are you for the season ahead?
I'm really excited. Yeah, it's like you said, it's like everything is new. I think in the whole season, I've never raced in any of the tracks, so everything is like from scratch. I have to be very quick at learning because we don't have much time driving there, so I have to be very on it, straight away. But I believe if we prepare well, if we get everything sort of together, if we work as a team, everything is possible, and I want to believe we can straight away show good results.
Callum, you transitioned fantastically from the European side of racing over into INDYCAR, making a splash immediately. How much are you looking forward getting back to a full season seat?
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I think, after the last 12 months, I originally heard about this program maybe 13 months ago now. I know they said 12, but they were planning a bit ahead. And yeah, once I heard that, I knew they were going to make a statement in one way, shape, or form. And hopefully this is the first day we can show you what kind of statement we're going to make. And yeah, it's an incredible journey, starting from scratch, seeing the shop come together like it did, and now hopefully we can reveal the lovely cars to you. Ignore that we showed maybe some of it before in the video, but it's a little bit different. It's cleaner now. And beyond that, yeah, it's an incredible team to be a part of. We've got some amazing people and some incredibly hardworking people on top of that as well. And to join Robert, be able to show the ropes in America and the challenge that is INDYCAR. It's such a diverse racing series, and yeah, there's nothing like it. So it's such a challenge and a privilege to drive in.
And the 500, you get to do is he ready? Not necessarily for the race, just for everything around it.
Yeah, he's ready. He doesn't know what he's ready for, but I think he's ready.
I'm guessing, just like, it's from the stories, it's actually quite a lot of fun. Well, you said I'm going to milk a cow at some point?
Yeah, the rookies milk a cow, for those who don't know, and then there's a cannon at 5 or 6 a.m. on the Sunday, which wakes you up quite well. Yeah, it's an adventure. It's going to be a discovery process for us. It'll be the first time for Prema there. But beyond that, it's just such a privilege, tradition, history to be a part of. And yeah, you're going to experience the circuit at 240 mile an hour into T1, and yeah, hopefully it's locked in and we can go and move forward.
What are you most looking forward to, Robert?
Well, to be honest, just to enjoy it as much as possible, because I've heard so many stories about it. It's like it's the most historic race, and I just want to enjoy it fully. I just want to witness it myself. It's going to be first time. It's the most exciting time, because later on in the years it's going to be cool. But the first one is the one that gives the biggest explode of emotions and stuff. So. Yeah, just to enjoy it, to have fun, hopefully to do a good job, and to bring in some good result as well.
Cool. What's one thing that the people down there don't know about you?
His one was better than mine when we practiced yesterday.
We did practice this yesterday. This isn't scripted, folks. Don't worry about it.
I can do the worm.
Yes,
that's about it,
you
really.
can do the worm.
Yeah, and I can read rap, so I'm a rapper. Not full time, but just like as a hobby.
We're not very talented outside of the driving, as you can see.
I'm trying, but it's a long way to go.
He's fluent in Italian. That helps. I'm not.
He also has a song.
I did a really song. Yeah. And we actually, what was it? Last year or 2 years ago, we had a little like rap
song.
We
did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that. We should never
make.
Yeah,
I was like,
we'll
pass it by.
What's your favorite thing about America so far?
Turn right on red. It's brilliant. Whoever thought of that was a genius.
Robert, for you?
Well, to be honest, it's basically I'm just moved in here. I haven't witnessed a lot yet, so I'm just trying to get things. But it's actually really cool. I like the roads. It's very, very wide. And the trucks, the guys that are driving the big trucks, to see that from Europe. In Europe they have little cars, little roads. And I come here, it's everything is massive, huge. So I'm like, this is cool. These people don't have any boundaries. I want a big car, I want a big road. There we go. So honestly, this is really cool. But obviously I want to see other things and explore, because everything is quite new to me. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be cool.
Amazing. You want to see more of America. Everyone down here, though, I'm sure, wants to see your racing cars for 2025. So why don't we go downstairs and take the covers off? Okay, guys. When you're ready. get into the folks at home, and everyone at the back can see as well. Now we see it out in the open. Guys, what do you think of your INDYCAR for 2025?
It's beautiful, I have to say. I mean, not much of a surprise from the Prema side. You knew it was going to be red, white, and green.
It's a Prema.
It's a statement, and I don't think there's anything in INDYCAR quite like it. So it's going to be awesome to drive.
Robert?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't work.
René knows what's up.
I remember that.
I sabotaged
I'll remember
you.
that.
I turned that one off, I'm sorry.
All right, that's a nice one. All right. Yeah, I mean, like Callum said, it's a really fresh look. I haven't seen any car in INDYCAR like this, so it's definitely going to stand out, which is very important, you know, to be bright, to be beautiful. I really like the livery, the design as well. The color, the green it's quite particular, you know, it's like quite flashy. Obviously, the Prema standard red that is always there. And yeah, Italian color, tricolore, so it's always there, and it looks really nice. So back in these colors.
Phenomenal stuff. We can't wait to see it on track. It will hit the track in, what are we looking at now, 6-7 weeks' time? End of Feb, start of March in St. Pete. Guys, we wish you well, and we're going to now look at you unveiling Robert's car. That will bring an end to our proceedings here today. We wish everyone at Prema the best for 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And that is Prema 2025, joining the NTT INDYCAR Series.
Look, back and I'm bad at the class. Get in my lane and I'm going right past. I turn it up, watch me go to the max. You ain't at first and you know that you last. I thought I told him I'm coming right back. I got a flows like it came from the tap, and I came from my city, that's right on my back. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They ain't not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah. Look.
Can you put the mic on? Now, folks, we are going to take some photographs with the cars and with the drivers, with René and